What's going on, guys? Brian here again, and today we're working with the 2021 Tacoma SR5. The bread and butter, the meat and potatoes, the best Toyota truck you can get. And in this video, I'm going to explain why, even as an off-road Tacoma owner, I think the SR5 is the best Toyota truck you can get. So if you saw my recent video, you know I'm a fanatic about the LED lights, which the SR5 does not have. But it's okay, because if you put an aftermarket LED behind this projector beam, it's going to shoot super bright white all the way down the road so you can see all the deer and obstacles wherever you're riding. I actually kind of like the way your daytime runner light is going to be these orange lights over here. That looks kind of cool dawn and dusk. The SR5 is simple, but it has most of what the off-road has and sport. It's more base. It doesn't really feel stripped out like the SR, and it gives you what you need. You have the V6 4x4. You know, it's more of a regular use tire here, more of a street tire, an all-season tire. It'll do just fine towing. It's going to do pretty much everything minus really aggressive off-roading. You're still getting fog lights. The engine and transmission are the same. You're not going to have the plated armor like the off-road does. You have the plastic beard skid warning thing here on the bottom. It's like a lip that the off-road guys like myself don't like, and no armor underneath. But it's all good. You can always find a way to fabricate stuff if you really want to transform one of these. But I suspect the SR5 community don't really care much about that. Another great thing is you have the color matching mirrors. No, there's no turn signal in them, but does that really matter? No, it doesn't matter. This one, the only pretty much upgrade it has is the blackout package, which gives you the wheels and the badges blacked out, which really does bounce off the red nicely. Barcelona red being a very popular and traditional color for Toyota. Interior wise, I'll just give you a peek at the seats. This is where I like the off-road a little bit better, but the interior is still fine. Excuse this. Simple gray. It's not going to be that, you know, futuristic nature-like styling that you get on the off-road. You know, you're not worried about leather. When you think of a Tacoma that has 377,000 miles on it, or 422, or 530,000 miles on it, like we see in the service department, you see it as an SR5. Those are the ones you see. The bare bones, simple technology, less stuff to break. And you always know it's an SR5 because you have that badge right on the back door that gives it away. Weirdly enough, as an off-road owner, I actually like the taillights on these a little bit more. It's more of a, excuse the car driving by, it's more of a red out taillight. It doesn't have that Alteza chrome that goes all around here. Not a big deal to me, but these red out taillights, they look very traditional. I like that on the SR5. You know, it really calls to its roots. The chrome bumper corners, some people love them, some people hate them. I think they're fine. It gives it that, you know, old school rugged country look. This one has the same mud flaps as my off-road does. It's also tow ready. Bluetooth and backup camera with the dampening tailgate. You're not going to have the accessory plug like the upgraded Sport and Off-road do, but your cubby here is bigger, which is kind of cool. You can fit more bungee cords and microfiber towels and tools or whatever you want. Water will get in there, by the way. Moving on. I've driven a lot of SR5s. I've taken SR5s out from our rental fleet over the last few years. The ride is similar to the off-road. The off-road's a little bit more forgiving. You know, the off-road gives you more confidence when you're on, you know, very rocky terrain. But other than that, they're very close cousins. And I feel like the SR5 has a little bit more of a strong following. You know, the SR5 guys are a little bit different than the off-road guys. And not that I really subscribe to demographics, but they do exist. You know, your SR5 guys are working hardcore dudes, and I got a lot of respect for that. And there are a lot of people that get SR5 and they just turn it into an off-road beast. You know, they go hunting with the SR5, they pull stuff with the SR5, they do work. You know, when I think of the SR5, I think of work. You know, I think of salt of the earth people that are just saving money on their truck. They don't care about the off-road because they got work to do. But same storage as any Tacoma 4-door. Double cab's the way to go in my opinion, but there are a lot of access cab people in the SR5 community, which does get you the long bed. This is the short bed. And you got your storage back here. I'm gonna try to not make this a long video because I love to make long videos, and this will go down flush. You can take the headrest out and it goes in these little holes here, and that'll go down flush like it is in my Tacoma. And you got the soft plastic backing here. You even have a clip for the seatbelt so it doesn't get in the way. All right, let's check out inside. You're gonna be pleasantly surprised with the inside of the cabin if you're new to the SR5, or if you have one and it's just not as new. Here we go. All right, so inside we have a standard electronic seat with lumbar support that goes up and down as well. So my old school Tacoma guys, you know the struggle. It's down low, it only goes forward and back, and your legs are sprawled out. Now you can raise it a little bit and then have your knees bent to whichever degree you want. Another thing my SR5 people love is this. And it's a controversial topic ever since my key fob video, because there is a way to pretty much steal the vehicle using a scanner that is harder to do with this. This is a dedicated turnkey, and it's not giving off really the same kind of frequency or setup that a key fob is going to do. So it's a little less vulnerable for theft. Old school, you take the key out, you have it with you, nothing to forget. It's right there. It's the direct power to the vehicle. But I'll put this up top. I have my bed light controls here, a lot of empty slots because it's not fully loaded, less technology to brake. You still have an auto headlight system. So the SR5s used to just have daytime running lights off, daytime running lights, parking, or on. Now you have auto. You have a choice to leave an auto, and it'll sense if the darkness level raises and it needs the head and tail lights and interior lights, fog lights. So we've added a couple things from the previous SR5s. Let's start it up. There it is, the ghost of Tacoma. The steering wheel is pretty much identical to the off-road and the sport, except it's a lighter color here. It's more of like a dark silver versus a dark gray on the off-road. Other than that, everything is the same. Full operation of the MID. I have a quick button overview for the SR5 in a different video, so I'm not going to go into every single little thing, but very easy screen. I do like that the gauges are the same as the off-road because I love the gauges and they light up blue. It's hard to see because it's daytime, but these light up a very nice light blue. And it used to be like the SRs where you would just get a skinny little red needle and just a basic looking speedometer, but this is upgraded. Onto the climate control. It's nice to see 2-zone. Let me move my hand. There you go. So you can do your 2 separate temperatures here, which is great, or you can synchronize. I know for some of the SR5 people, I say the term SR5 people loosely. I don't put people in a box. I'm just saying it because there's a large amount of people that gravitate towards SR5s that share similar opinions. So that being said, this is another thing that the SR5 people likely don't care about but will enjoy. There are many of them that will see that as just another thing to break. I wouldn't worry about it though. It is Toyota. This is a great upgrade. So when I push this down, it opens right up for me. And then when I pull it up, it closes. So I don't have to awkwardly go back there, you know, get on my knees on the back seat and slide that open and pull over to open it. I can open it whenever I want. And then with the 2 windows in the front down, it creates a very nice breeze that just comes right against my face and chest, and it goes out because, you know, as truck people, we love to have the windows down and just get some of that fresh, earthy air. Like I mentioned in the TRD Off-road review video, which is on my personal truck, the utilitarian design of this setup here is very nice, very easy to use and very tactile, very easy to remember where things are. You have these great turning knobs here with grips that continuously spin so you don't feel like you're gonna break them when they stop. And each click actually gives you a different level. So it's very in tune with what you're doing. Very well done, but simple. Simple design. The four-wheel drive is very easy to use. There's almost like a rubberized strip on here, so while I'm driving I can just turn it into 4 high and it will lock right in. And this little guy will go solid once I'm moving. And then to go into 4 low, as you guys know, I'll put it into neutral and then push and turn, and it'll go right in, but I don't need that now, so I'm gonna put that back. This little guy comes out so I can put my wallet, my hammer, my bushcraft knife, my tools, my notepad for business, or my phone. And then I have the same storage as the off-road. Like I mentioned in the off-road review, there's some great aftermarket options for shelving here so you don't have to shuffle through a whole pile of stuff. And we all know my opinion about USB and USB-C. Nice size glove box with Tacoma etched in it. If you take out this giant college course, and I suspect a lot of the truck people probably take this and put it in a plastic bag and either throw it behind the back seats or they leave it inside because you're loading this up with stuff. Easy access to your cabin air filter. And this is another area where you can get some really good aftermarket options for shelving. I have the T one that goes like this. So not center, off center with a divider here. So I have quadrants 1, 2, 3, and 4, and it really helps me organize my stuff. So you can really make the glove box the way you want. That's great, and you can just lock that right with your key, which is awesome, instead of having to awkwardly slide out your little tiny baby key and do it like this. It's a weird feeling on this, but I digress. The tailgate will lock with your key as well. Damn, see, I can't even get this in here with one hand. See what it takes, the dedication for the key fob? It's like a little baby that you gotta watch after and keep track of. Let me know what you think of key fobs. Do you like key fobs? Do you prefer turnkey? Turnkey versus key fob. What do we think, guys? I'm speaking to my Toyota truck people. What do we think? What kind of truck do you have? And is it a turnkey or a key fob? Back in my pocket it goes. Yes, it's deactivated to save battery. Not really because I care about theft when I'm at work, but I like to save the battery and I don't like all that frequency spitting out on my body. Yeah, that's a hippie side of me coming out. To each their own. Also, the auto-dimming rear view mirror on the SR5 is another nice surprise. So this gets dark on its own, no flip switch. My simple people that worry about things breaking, don't you worry about this. It's been around forever and ever and ever. It's dinosaur technology. And I like to go by a rule. If the 4Runner has something, which I have a couple out there somewhere hiding. They're like dinosaurs hiding in the woods. If the 4Runner has something, generally speaking, you don't really have to worry about it because the 4Runner only has the stuff that's gonna last. Limited is a different story for the 4Runner, but your 4Runner off-roads and SR5s, you see that on there too. It's gonna last you forever, don't worry about that. Unlike my truck, because it has crawl control, you have a very nicely sized sunglass case here with a soft backing, so you can put lenses in and just grab it by the handles. Simple controls for the lights. I'm pretty sure these light up at nighttime. Let me focus. These should light up blue at nighttime, which is nice too, but push the light for this. Of course, you get Safety Connect with your new Toyotas, and then you pay a subscription after a certain amount of time. I really like that they did almost like a iced over plastic. It's like a frosted plastic, so it doesn't shoot light in your face and blind you while you're trying to use this. A+, and then this just slides to the side. Instead of having a little thing in here that'll collect dust and junk, you just slide this. There we go. Just slide it. Same thing here. So here's an overall view of the 2021 Tacoma SR5. That'll stop flashing in a minute. V6 4x4. It is tow ready. Very good crash safety ratings. A little bit better than the Tundra. You didn't hear that. I like that the floor mats lock on the passenger side and the driver's side, because when you're getting in and out of the truck, you don't want these sliding all over the place. Now, Toyota says the main reason they do it on the driver's side is because they don't want it sliding under the brake pedal here and preventing you from braking. But it's great that they do it on the passenger side, because when you got people getting in and out of this truck, they're pushing their weight with their feet moving around, and you're more likely to be getting in and out of a truck all the time because you're doing work, or you're doing things, or you're on activities and you're going out in the outdoors. You're wearing boots, you're hustling and bustling. This keeps it where it needs to be. Thank you, Toyota. Let me know what you guys think. It is going to be a manual seat on the passenger side. And like I mentioned in my truck's review, I like these twisty turn, simple vents here. Easy to use. When you decrease the ventilation, it does change direction, but not a big deal. There's a different community with each different model, Camry people are a little bit different typically than your Tacoma people. Same thing as your 4Runner people versus Tacoma people. They got slightly different needs. So there it is. 2021 Toyota Tacoma SR5. Stock Toyota running boards, factory black wheels. Let me know what you think. I hope this video helped you. If you've never had a Toyota truck before, the SR5 is a great place to start. The new trucks do have the pre-collision system with automatic high beams, lane departure alert, but it's not too much technology. You're not paying for the off-road and crawl control. You're not paying for the upgraded sport suspension and handling. It's a great platform to start. I'd like for my Toyota truck people to comment and let me know what year truck you have, what trim you have, and I'm even interested in colors because I'm a color guy, and hopefully this video finds somebody well. So thanks, guys. I love the SR5s. I have a soft spot in my heart for them. I'm in love with my off-road, but who knows? Maybe one day when the off-road served its purpose, I'll move on to an SR5. Maybe I'll wind up in a 4Runner. It's all Toyota trucks to me. So let me know what you think. Check out in the description. I'll have some links to a couple other useful videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.